Jamal Williams.
At the confluence of the three rivers, the Ohio, the Allegheny, and the Monongahela, we are here at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Today we hit double digits, week 10, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Bisons of Columbus taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. It's Josh Allen that'll be orchestrating the offense, a 6'5" quarterback from Wyoming.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
One touchdown, one pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 4 catches, 53 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Uchenna Nwosu able to record his 5th sack of the season.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot the last couple of games.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. Deep to return is Darius Davis. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 22. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And out will come the offense as they take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a former most valuable player in the National Football League, the always dangerous Lamar Jackson.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Patrick Queen. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. After the interception, here's Jackson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It's Preston Smith. He gets the sack there. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Here's Jackson to throw. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 3rd and 2. Jackson. And he is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And some nifty running as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. It's a 13-yard pickup as the downs reset. Jackson now. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. The numbers for him from a week ago: 5 catches, 62 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed, and his elusiveness, and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Here's Jackson. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. That's Foley Fadukasi who got in there and finished off the play. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that'll make it 3-0 here in the first. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Throwing now is Allen. Open man is Higgins. He'll be hit down at the 33. 5 yards on the play. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Allen. Short throw to Smith. And he will have a Steelers first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up and start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Adams' throw caught by Higgins. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Allen to throw once more. Over the middle to Smith. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Irv Smith Jr. His first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have answered that early field goal to take a first quarter lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. Columbus's offense just about ready to go again. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a first or a second seed come playoff time.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up second down. From midfield now, here's Jackson. A quick throw, but incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a first down. To throw again is Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. To throw is Jackson. That one caught by Rice. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th. So now for the 2nd time already here in this quarter, on comes the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 53. And his kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. He might be being set up here for a busy ball game. Already 2 kicks here in the first quarter, and he's knocked both through the posts.
And for now, you know they'll be happy getting those 3 points. But what they really want is to find a way for him to kick extra points instead of field goals.
Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Christian Gonzalez. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. But he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. And these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Jackson. It to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A heck of an effort there on the scramble leaves him with just 3rd and a yard. A 3rd field goal in the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. That close on 3rd down, I think everybody probably expecting a run. Instead, they go to the air on 3rd and short yardage.
I realize this is a passing league, and they're liable to throw the ball on any down and distance. But that short, I do question the call. Run the football and pick it up.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Allen. And able to find Allen Lazard. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. Here's Tommy Townsend now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Columbus's offense just about ready to go again. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in the conference.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Jackson on first down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
That's multiple times now he's tagged him with a big gain with his legs. Really showing off some nice awareness and the ability to correctly realize when he's got a chance to tuck it and go himself.
Here's a fake on a jet sweep as he'll go instead with Pacheco. He's got it to the 43 here. From the 43, here's a 2nd and 7. Play action. It's Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Jackson. Over the middle, complete. And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, Allen. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Now you could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And that will be incomplete. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So, in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football Doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Play action. Now Jackson. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. The offense on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Jackson. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. Well, he tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, you know those pass rushers, they're in the starter's block. They're just waiting for the pistol to fire. You can almost hear the defensive coaches on the sideline pre-snap. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Really good job there of identifying it and making the play to force 4th down.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen, and he'll spot Higgins open left side. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 47-yard line.
Allen. This one caught downfield by Higgins. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 47 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Allen now looks to throw. This pass caught at the 4. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now Allen. And he's got it. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Yeah, Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there.
Brings up 4th and goal.
Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Interesting, a chip shot field goal here would give them the lead, but instead, they're going on 4th down. Now Allen. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They try to throw on 4th and goal from the 2, and the ball will go over on the goal line stand. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Here's a 2nd and 5. Here's Jackson to throw. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. That ball caught it's Rice. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Now that certainly solidifies how to attack this 2-minute drill right before the half. I don't think they were going to try and run out the clock, but now after that big play, their thoughts are certainly of trying to score and get some points before the half.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Jackson now. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
They'll find Lamb. That's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Again, Jackson. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. It's rare that a receiver of his caliber would drop one pass, but that's now 2 times he's had his mitts on one and lost it.
Yeah, and I don't think that they're going to lose confidence in him, though, because of the track record. Such a good player, maybe having a bad game, but I think they'll still go to him in a critical spot.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's #1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And you wonder if with Allen's arm, they might just take their chances by dialing up a long one.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we've come to halftime at a 5-point game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. The question to be asked, where does this game go from here as we are back at it now on EA Sports? And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. This offense ready to go to begin this 3rd quarter. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this 3rd quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Throwing is Jackson. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Another catch there for Waddle. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 40-yard line.
They go play action with Jackson. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Now it's Jackson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And he is is caught by Lamb. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. He's up to 70 yards receiving now as that last catch gets him a first down.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
They'll run here with Pacheco. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on first and goal.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Dalton Kincaid. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bisons take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Point after here coming up. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. A 10-play drive that time. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Allen going to throw. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Khalil Mack drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
Don't get tackled.
Davis now to return it. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Columbus's offense just about ready to go again. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw pulled in by Lamb. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
And 3 at the 31-yard line.
On 2nd down, Jackson. And he'll go right back to Lamb. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 21.
A gain of 11 on the play. And the Columbus first down.
Jackson now off the bootleg. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
To throw is Jackson. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Third and 2. Here's Jackson. Oh, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. 4th down. Here's Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. Fournette is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Dalton Kincaid with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Bisons are able to stretch out their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Powering his way forward. And he'll weave all the way up to just a few yards shy of midfield. A great return.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic. But if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
Now the Steelers getting set and ready for their next possession. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter.
At the 38-yard line.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Here's Allen to throw it. And this is taken in at the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the 1st. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Williams is going backwards here. Now they come in and drop him all the way back at the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. To the air, Allen. Touchdown! Peyton Hendershot from 4 yards out. And the Steelers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept him at the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Tucker with the extra point, and they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Columbus's offense just about ready to go again. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
And Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
At their 49-yard line.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
It's a gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
Now Jackson. The throw left sideline falls incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. A handoff now for Pacheco. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the gun, it's Jackson. This is caught. Touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 33 yards. And the Bisons are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 19-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
He'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Exploit them here on this drive.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And running with power here. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
Yards on the play. That's another Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now Allen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. Cam Taylor-Britt on the coverage.
Allen now looks to throw. Out of his hands quickly to Higgins. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 19 yards there on the catch and run. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Meanwhile, Allen's throw here pulled in by Lazard. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 27-yard line.
Allen to throw once more. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
49 yards rushing for him now to this point. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Now a toss left for Pacheco. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 33. A 3rd down conversion with a strong gain of 14. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the handoff, it's Pacheco. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Here's Jackson. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. Here's Pacheco. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Once more, it's Pacheco. And this time he is in. Isaiah Pacheco with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will bump the lead up to 26. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. T. Higgins out on offense with the rest of his teammates for this next drive. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Throwing now is Allen. He's got his man on the crossing route. This is Higgins. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
Let's go, Steelers!
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that...
I can teach you how to get paid, how to get by, and how to get fly. I can teach you how to get cake, if not the whole thing, at least a little slice. Honestly, I'm an immaculate anomaly. I'm an organic organism, ain't no ordinary organs in them. I can't support any synonymy. That's why my flow is like a cinnamon tsunami with the lemongrass. Ooh, ooh, let me know what you wanna do. If you wanna build, I'm Bobby.